Hello everybody, this is YellowDemonHurlr back with more Star Trek Online, the Romulan arc. When we last left our heroes, oh yeah, we flew into that old, Romulan Star Empire weapons research base and tangled with Obisek. And now we are in orbit of the Hifar system, about to begin one of my favorite missions, Mine Enemy.
Intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I want you to infiltrate one of these targets and determine why Obisek would attack it.
Okay.
The Hifar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The big-eared little money grubbers have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. Go to the Hifar system and blend in with the Romulan refugees there. Find Madron and discover what he is hiding. Once we know why Obisek and the Riemans are targeting these mines, then we will know how to proceed.
Alright, let's go. Now, it's no coincidence that I'm already in orbit of Hifar. I already began this mission, and in fact, I nearly completed it before I got the dreaded doo-doo of my USB hard drive disconnecting, which invalidated all but the first 5 minutes or so of footage. So, here we go again. I have since replaced my USB hard drive with an internal drive. So hopefully that problem goes away. And we don't have any more episodes where we lose the hilarious floating consoles cutscene that you can't go back and review. Anyway, Sub-Admiral, the Riemans were targeting a magnesite mine in this area, but the list we recovered did not have its exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all of the moons in this system are inhabited, and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We'll need to contact each moon to try to determine which one the Riemans were actually targeting. Find the magnesite mine. And I guess we'll just go in order of proximity, because I know that no matter what order I visit them in, we'll be going to the last one. Hail the first moon. Romulans! Romulans! This space is becoming an intergalactic haven for beggars and refugees. Alright. Now you guys get a first glimpse of the Batmobile 4 in action. And yes, it flies like a brick. So, probably not wasn't a great idea of mine to put quad cannons on it. But, I got a ship with quad cannons for the anniversary giveaway, and I've never used quad cannons before, so I figured I'd give it a try. Don't know if I'll keep them. And this will probably be the ship that carries us to the end of this series. Which is not that far off. We're in the final story arc specific to the Romulans. Slow. Yeah. I preferentially run cruisers, but usually I have a really nice set of RCS accelerators, which make you turn faster. The ones on this ship are not that great. And I think this just has a slower turn rate than the assault cruiser that I usually fly. So, nevertheless, these corvettes don't seem to be giving us much trouble. But these quad cannons aren't being very helpful. I mean, I'm sure they're great when I can bring them to bear, but I can't really bring them to bear very often. Control 8. See what I mean? There we go. Yeah, I'm too close. Slow motion. Oh, hey. Phaser dual cannons, just what I needed. More cannons. Shouldn't there be exciting battle music? Where'd the music go? Boom. There we go. Got to do something with cannons. No, I don't want a lockbox. Ouch. Alright, so that obviously was not the moon we're looking for. So let's hit full impulse. Clear red alert. Okay. I wish I could manually clear red alert. Forward. I don't want rubidium ore. I don't do any crafting on this character. I hardly do any crafting at all. Wee 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 wee. Weebly wobbly. Dum-de-dum. I was about to complain about how far apart these moons are, but really, they're not very far apart at all. I mean, just look at that. They should have collapsed into a singular mass by now. Not to mention all these asteroids should have fallen to ground. Hail the second moon. This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Romulans allowed. These people are rude and insolent. This is a Romulan ship. They should speak to us with more respect. All right. Not the sort of message a Ferengi would put out, so obviously not that. Which leaves this moon. Of course, I'm sure that if I gone to this moon first, then that one would be the moon with the mine on it. MMOs. Go figure. Why is there no music? I swear there should be music. Also, oh, never mind. Hail the moon coal. Hello, my good... flub that. Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know Romulans are fond of their entourages, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you? Beam down to the surface. Beam to surface. At least I get to do my Ferengi voice. Which really isn't that great, is it? Can't do Marvin the Martian, can't do Ferengi. Volley are about the only thing I can do, apparently. Oh. There was a survivor here from Virenat on my first playthrough, but, that we took aboard our ship, but apparently she's not here anymore. Oh well. Let us begin. Talk to Madron. Dum-de-dum. Should switch to shooter mode. No music. Just a moment. Let me check my settings. Audio. Music volume. Odd. I guess there just isn't any music in this segment. This is a very wide Ferengi. You're an excellent businessman. On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hifar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. You, need to work on your, solicitor's manners. So why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business? Of course. I've heard you are an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than others in this sector? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just the middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. Liar. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need. Liar. Do you have more information about the mines themselves? I don't pay much attention to that. Our miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business, and I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? Thanks, but I'd like to talk to the miners first. Really? Shoot yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it. I just have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Alright. Madron won't answer any questions about why the Remans might be targeting this place for fear of scaring us away from a possible sale. Perhaps if we ask some of the locals about what's going on here, they'll be able to provide more information. Question the miners. Let's see. And I know exactly where to go. To this bullied refugee. I can't talk to you. I can't talk to anyone. I'm on the run, and if those thugs see me talking to you, then you'll be in danger too. Is there anything I can do to help? I need someone who's not afraid of a fight. There's a group here that are beating and stealing from us. Madron doesn't do anything to stop it. For all I know, he's getting a cut of everything they take. They're making life miserable for all of us. Would you be willing to help? Count me in. I'm Epo Man, defender of the weak and helpless. There's a group of bullies that have been stealing from us. If we don't give them what they want, they beat us. I had a friend. All he was trying to do here was feed his family, be a good man. He had an old bottle of ale. He said it was from the homeworld. One of those thugs wanted it. Now my friend is dead. I'm too weak to stop them, I know that. And now I have my friend's children to feed in addition to my own. But if someone were to teach them a lesson, this camp would be a better place for all of us. Continue. Again. And this lady who, changes from a man to a woman every time you reload the mission, has lost her brother in the mines, and is giving us reports of strange rock-like creatures whose touch burns. No, I don't have any magnesite. I do, however, have lots of firepower. As you can see. Refugee thugs. Yeah, don't mention it. Just, well, just don't mention it. Right, that was round one. Domesticated Wargle. Wargles are remarkably ugly. Thugs. Alley? What alley? This is not an alley. Really? Yeah. Victory. Any anything useful. Personal shield, Mark 9, and... whatever, sure. I don't know how useful it would actually be, but, take it anyway. Are you telling this crate that you need its sales reports? Ferengi. Alright. Here's the last bunch. You defend yourself. Or just get... Oh. Here, have a grenade. You'd think that, vascular regenerator. That's high tech for some thugs. Anyway, you'd think that when someone starts throwing military-grade grenades at you, that petty thugs would just kind of break and run. Alright, so that's all the thugs. Let's head back to the bullied refugee. Tovan? Yeah. Okay. We beat up the thugs for you, although I really have no guarantee that they won't come back. Thank you. Those guys have been giving everyone a lot of trouble. Those thugs are part of a larger group that operates deep inside the magnesite mine. They control the lower levels, and no one who goes down there uninvited ever comes back. I don't know what's so important down there that it's worth hurting us to protect it. Maybe if you went down there, you could get some answers. Okay. Return to Madron. Or Madron. How did the Klingon intelligence guy say it? These prices are outrageous, I imagine. You want to go into the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite, or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if that's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information, but lately they've been more trouble than they're worth, and the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of Deferi space? Actually, at this point in the campaign, that hasn't happened yet. That's... We are in... Freedom. So... Spectres, Cardassian struggles, Borg advance, then Breen invasion. Yeesh. I'll take that information to heart. Alright, let's go down into the mines. Now would be the logical time to call down reinforcements, but we don't. Go figure. Also, this rock isn't exactly airtight. Alright, let's go down into the mines. Okay. Digging for answers. Yeah. He's basically guarding the place, and there's nothing we can really say to convince him to let us pass, so we'll just run by him. Alright, let's see how that works out for us. Oops. Okay, let's get into a position where we're not being flanked. Come on, Tovan, stand over here, huh? Sigh. Bridge officers. Not exactly the most intelligent folks. Here comes the next group. Ulans, huh? Military ranks. Ouch. Centurion medic. Another military rank. So, not just regular thugs then. Stop healing thyself, healer. I almost called him a heater. Heater, heat thyself. Meanwhile, those guys, well, they would have kept standing over there unless my split beam had not decided to target them for no reason. Bouncy. Alright. Oh, 2 more. Let's do some flanking. Whoa! Ah! Little help here, Tovan. Thank you. Okay. Small hypo. Sure. Sure. Examine campsite. Let's both stand on the table. Sub-Admiral, there are a series of pressure plates located in this area. They're low-tech, but the Tal Shiar may have had to resort to outdated security measures because of interference from the magnesite veins in this cavern. The problem is that the magnesite is making our tricorders almost useless. If there's anything on this moon that the Remans would want to eliminate badly enough to use Thalaron weapons, it's here. We're going to have to figure out how to use the pressure plates to reveal whatever the Romulans are trying to hide. I suspect that we need to activate 2 of them to open the door. Use the pressure plates. Gee, I wonder how pressure plates work. Exactly what kind of security do these people think that they get from pressure plates? I mean, you just have to have 2 people stand on them, or even 1 person and a crate on the other. Okay. No, don't. Stop that. No. Yeah. Okay. Use hidden door. Okay.